Nobody wanted to trust the rumors that started it. But those speculations have now developed into a full-fledged scandal that has created more noise than anything else this year. Kendra has informed the police about the event, and not just against anyone. She's on her way directly to Rasheeda, the thief. Physical aggression, and the specifics are quite terrifying if true. Peace, however, was never an option. According to what is now being called a leaked incident report, the confrontation occurred behind closed doors at what was allegedly a Comcast dinner. Witnesses reported hearing shouting, "Everything is thrown." After that, there was silence, the kind that chills you. Kendra walked out of the room crying. Rasheeda rushed off. By dawn, the cops were also involved. Sources claim that Kendra's injuries were noted. They sent a text. They made a call. And a few hours later, a report was sent in. However, it was more than bruised. It was a private issue, quite personal, and Rasheeda. Everything is being rejected by her, but not in a calm way, not in quiet. She is furious. Insiders claim that she is preparing to bring her own case. The internet has been spinning ever since. But the question remains, what really happened that night? And why do some think that this whole controversy started years ago? This is more than just a scandal. There is a dispute. To understand the chaos that erupted between Kendra and Rasheeda, we had to travel back in time, in the past. Because this was not a sudden explosion, but a fire that had been burning secretly for years. Kendra and Rasheeda never had a close friendship. In reality, they have never had a stable relationship, and their foundation has always been tolerance rather than genuine trust. When Kendra made her debut on the love and hip-hop scene as young jock, sophisticated and poised fiancé, some argued that she was overconfident, too quiet, too sure of herself. Rasheeda, a seasoned veteran, was reportedly threatened by it. Behind the scenes, there were allegations that Rasheeda didn't like how quickly Kendra tried to blend in with the franchise's elite. Tensions were initially displayed in subtle ways, such as cold stares at reunion tapings, passive-aggressive taunting during group gatherings, and enigmatic social media messages that fans assumed were veiled insults. But things immediately spiraled, out of control. Kendra made a statement. But it wasn't her who brought up Kirk Frost's alleged infidelity issues for the 10th time. After she retweeted a comment about women who forgive men too many times and call it love, which fans now view as a deliberate hit, others started speculating. Was she there because of Rasheeda? Was there another shade? Or was this the only one? According to insiders, Rasheeda was incensed in private at the time, despite publicly dismissing it. According to someone with knowledge of the situation, she called Kendra disrespectful, phony, and entitled, which sparked the Cold War. Avoid using straight strokes. Just a persistent fear that started to spread to everyone around them. The situation worsened when the producers allegedly suggested a spin-off including the younger love and hip-hop couples. Including Kendra and Jock, Rasheeda reportedly felt unprepared. After years of building her brand and sharing her marital sorrow on national television, had producers shifted their attention to fresh blood? The disdain was too obvious to ignore. At the ensuing cast meeting, the two supposedly had to sit on opposite ends of the table. One report claims that the room's atmosphere may be altered just by Kendra and Rasheeda making eye contact. It was obvious that something would crack, but they steered away from each other as though engaged in a silent struggle. Weeks before the police complaint, a private cast retreat called Rebuilding Sisterhood was supposed to be a turning point, to reset. But when cameras, egos, and unresolved animosity are all in the same room, something is bound to blow up. Insiders said the retreat got off to a calm start. Rasheeda gave a brief talk on how to forgive people. Kendra remained silent. When it was Rasheeda's turn to speak, the crowd reportedly froze as she purportedly addressed women who masked their pain by pretending everything is fine. After that, Rasheeda reportedly clapped back. The tone changed. There was tension in security. There was a frenzy among the producers. Then, a few moments later, the argument turned physical. Anyway, that's what Kendra says. She says Rasheeda went too far, that someone shoved her, grabbed her, that her wrists were red and her body was covered in bruises. However, Rasheeda asserts that it is a work of fiction. It's a deal, a flat-out falsehood designed to damage her reputation. Nevertheless, it has been claimed that even prior to the incident, Kendra had been recording her discussions with Rasheeda. Recordings and screenshots, voice memos. Someone close to Kendra claims that Jock's inner circle advised her to stand up for herself in case Rasheeda became irate. Because she saved receipts, people question if she anticipated it. Was she waiting for the detonation of the whole thing? People are calling it a premeditated move. Some believe it to be the excruciating outcome of years of repressed pain and unspoken hostility. Anyway, it all came to a head that night. What started off as a healing retreat turned into a battleground. And this argument isn't only for reality TV now because the police are involved. It's legal. Reports say Kirk, who has been trying to keep quiet, was caught off guard. Sources claim that he warned Rasheeda against retaliating because he was afraid things might spiral out of control. But Rasheeda isn't about to give up. Not right now. She is so embarrassed that she is prepared to fight fire with fire. How about Kendra? She is represented by an attorney. She won't give up either. Now, the stakes are too great. Agreements, endorsements, and reputations. And above all, pride extends beyond a single night. It's about everything that came before it. Everything, no matter how small. Every little thing. Every passive-aggressive comment now comes across as a warning. What happens next could destroy one of them, and given what we've learned, the story will become much more horrifying. The incident started with a smooth setup, muted lighting, cameras that were barely visible, and producers whispering instructions into earpieces, just like any other carefully organized event. It was supposed to be a wrap party, a silent attempt at peace, and a celebration of a new season after months of chaos. But what happened that night would upend the fundamental foundation of the HAH franchise. Kendra arrived late. Her hair was pressed back into a tight bun that resembled armor, and she wore a sleek black dress. She supposedly had a purpose when she went in. Don't smile, don't nod. Rasheeda was already seated at the table, her arms folded, her lips pursed, her eyes distracted. And there was just a straight line to the table. From the beginning, there was friction. You could feel the difference from across the room. The background music, too, had gone from being casual to seeming as if it would stop at the first sound of a scream. She appeared to Rasheeda, didn't flinch. Kendra sat down. No word yet. Rasheeda and Kendra remained silent for the first 45 minutes as the room continued to function as if nothing had occurred, according to a server who has subsequently opted to remain anonymous. Not even a glance. Until someone asked Kendra whether she thought Jock and Rasheeda's marriage had gone through worse than hers, either because it was messy or because they were too drunk. That's when it happened. Kendra said, "The difference is that I never had to stay with a man just to keep a storyline. All at once." Startles, laughter. Someone dropped a fork. Rasheeda pushed her seat back, slowly. Up, but slowly enough to signal danger. She stood up. She walked around the table. Kendra's arm was allegedly grabbed by Rasheeda. They hauled her up, pushed her so hard that she hit a table's edge with her lower back. She also disclosed to the police that she had a bruised arm, a bruise on the back. They caught an emotional breakdown off camera. The report, which is currently making the rounds on the internet, quotes Kendra as stating, "I feared for my safety. I begged her to stop. She declined." However, Rasheeda interprets it differently. She said that it was Kendra who escalated. The first person to stand was her, that she was the one who hurled the abuse, that she leaned close, chest to chest, as if she were looking for an answer. Rasheeda insists that she did not touch Kendra. She says the fall was staged. that the audio was cut off at the most inconvenient time, and that everything was orchestrated. She even alleges that the footage was altered by producers to portray her negatively. After that, the story descends into chaos in a supposedly leaked direct message exchange that was uploaded to a fan website and quickly taken down. One of the production assistants is shown stating that Kendra had a microphone pack switched off prior to her arrival at the party. She told me she didn't want anything recorded unless it went her way. The message read, "She was being too dramatic, I thought." But now I get it. People are calling it the mic pack conspiracy. A TikTok that went viral and featured slowed down raw video for a few seconds is being reposted by others. Indeed, Kendra is seen falling on the video, but if you pay great attention to the right frame, you can also make out Rasheeda's hand, which is open and only a few inches away, not communicating. Failing to grasp but the damage is done. Kendra went directly to the police the next morning, filed a report, told them everything. A few hours later, her lawyer confirmed it to the press as well. She had no intention of giving up. She wanted Rasheeda to take responsibility for his behavior. But it wasn't just the police she had to contend with. It was the court of popular opinion. By lunchtime, #Justice for Kendra was on the rise. Then came the real twist. A burner Instagram account, which is only 2 weeks old, lacks a profile picture, and has no followers, posted a clip from Jock and Kendra's rehearsal dinner for their engagement celebration that showed Kendra and Rasheeda fighting in a bathroom off camera. "You're not ready for this life," Rasheeda stated in a shaky but distinct voice. "Do you think that love protects you? It doesn't. Reputation does." No one knew the conversation had happened. Nevertheless, someone had saved it. There it had lain, awaiting its release by someone. Fans are now dissecting it frame by frame and voice by voice. Was it real? Was it staged? Who made the recording? More importantly, did Rasheeda pose a threat to her? In response, Rasheeda posted a video which has since been taken down. She was crying. Not the glossy tears she normally wore, but real ones. It's the kind that shakes your voice. "I have fought too hard for my peace to be pulled down like this," she stated. "I did not touch that girl. I'm done standing up for people who want to hurt me." Kirk Frost reposted the video. It was captioned with just one word: "Enough." The other hand, Jock has not responded. Not one post, not a story, nothing to say, and that silence makes noise. We are aware that the producers have placed all cast events on indefinite hold. However, that footage, the network claimed in a statement that they are investigating the incident and that they have zero tolerance for violence. That story, it will be very well liked by viewers, even though there are now lawyers on both sides. It is the fans who are fueling this fire. Every day, new theories are proposed. New screen captures. Phony insiders claiming to have seen everything. Now, it is impossible to tell the difference between wishful, actual, and created talk. But what comes next? For that stage, no one is ready, as Kendra isn't done yet. Additionally, Rasheeda will reveal something that might totally blow this case apart, just when fans thought they had seen everything. A second bombshell came that utterly flipped the story on its head and showed something darker than anyone could have imagined. A video surfaced later that night, not just any old video. Uncut, unmodified video from a security camera captured from the far end of the room where Kendra and Rasheeda are alleged to have battled. Not a lot of editing, not a producer, cold, silent video. And what they witnessed left everyone stunned. The video records the instant Rasheeda rises from her chair. She may be seen coming toward Kendra. Kendra can be seen standing up, shouting, and pointing. Then the moment. The one about which everyone was debating online. But this time, no audio has been lost. No elaborate camera cuts. It's only the facts. Rasheeda had never touched her. She came over, she bent over. She said something, but she didn't grab. She didn't push. Kendra stumbled backward, her heel twisting on the rug. She banged into the table after tripping, alone. The internet exploded. In a matter of minutes, the video was watermarked. Slowed down, zoomed in, examined, and reprinted on every gossip website from New York to Los Angeles. The fans were enthralled. The story altered overnight. Hashtag Justice for Kendra quickly gave way to the hashtag exposed Kendra. People were furious. Did she lie? One user tweeted, "You filed a police report over that?" The entire internet was sobbing. For you, and now we're seeing the S. Rasheeda's fans celebrated the reveal as a championship win. Queen always stands tall. Rasheeda was framed. And apologize now were among the messages that helped her name become well known again. But the criticism wasn't limited to Twitter, although the damage was done. We are currently doing an internal examination of the information. This show's producers, who are already facing criticism for allegedly protecting Kendra's version of events, said in a brief statement that the footage was not available at the time of broadcast. People were trying to find answers. Then the leak surfaced. An anonymous person posing as a member of the post-production team leaked a startling email thread. "Let the drama build" was one of the frightening phrases used by the filmmakers, who discussed strategically delaying the release of the security footage until Kendra's arc fully plays out. When Rasheeda responds, it will have the moment with the greatest ratings. That's when everything truly went wrong. Rasheeda saw the shift in public opinion and took swift action. She went live. Over 8K people watched in real time as she went over everything. You thought I would just let you drag my name like that? Do you think I didn't have receipts? I kept to myself while I was getting better, but I'm ready now. What she revealed next shocked the company. It was all allegedly from Kendra. Voice memos, text screenshots, and direct messages. One particularly disturbing message suggested that she intended to corner Rasheeda into reacting so that she could take legal action and shut her down once and for all. If she slips, even once, I swear to God, I'm pressing charges. Who gets wounded doesn't matter to me. I've finished playing. Conclusion: Kendra planned everything. She devised the trap, hoping the video would tell a different story, knowing how it would seem on camera, and using public sympathy to take Rasheeda out of the spotlight for good. And until it wasn't, it was successful. But just as the crowd thought, Rasheeda had triumphed. Kendra made her own startling discovery: a cease and desist letter. She posted it publicly on her Instagram account with the caption, "There's always more to the story." She claimed that Rasheeda had been emotionally harassing her for months, that the security tape had been edited, that neither of the makers were innocent, and that she would soon release her own footage. The fan base was now sharply divided. Rasheeda's squad, Kendra's team, and the undecided people who ask difficult questions are also included. What role did Jock play in this whole situation? Since the novel theory has arrived, an unprecedented timeline was outlined in a Twitter thread that went viral overnight, revealing that Jock had visited the editing room 2 weeks before the finale aired, and that, despite publicly claiming that he was giving everyone space, he was seen 3 nights in a row at the same hotel where Rasheeda was staying. What if Jock was the one who leaked the security footage to protect Rasheeda? Is a question that is left unanswered at the conclusion of the conversation. Some say it was vengeance, while others say it was damage control. There are rumors that Jock and Rasheeda have been secretly communicating, rekindling past romances behind closed doors, which would radically change Kendra's objectives. And just when you thought the chaos had reached its height, Kendra was seen departing a law company that focused on defamation claims, while Rasheeda was inside a recording studio, laying down a diss tune called Triggered. According to a blog post, it's a diss track, definitely. It's not just a legal story anymore, it's a personal one, a legacy, music, and money. What began as a police report has turned into a full-fledged media war, with every piece of content, every Instagram post, tweet, and behind-the-scenes leaks serving as a weapon in a battle neither lady is willing to lose. But here's the point, someone else will be involved in this. No, One saw this individual coming. What do they reveal? That will change everything together with the video. The online debate broke out in the comments section, and it became more than just a dispute between Kendra and Rasheeda. It became a battleground where fans, celebrities, influencers, and industry insiders could take sides, insult one another, and incite conflict. It was a Twitter battlefield. I felt like I was duped when I posted #ProtectBlackWomen. Just why? Victims are no longer believed. One post read, "I defended her like she was my cousin." And it seems that she fabricated everything now. No. Another added, "I called out Rasheeda for weeks, and I'm done." But not everyone turned on Kendra, and her loyal fan base came back stronger than ever. Do you genuinely think Rasheeda is not involved in any of this? Just because the better video was SHE's? Open your eyes. This sector safeguards the source of funding. Forever, someone wrote. Some influencers reposted Kendra's cease and desist with the words, "We believe women," while others reposted Rasheeda's "Live with the words." Accountability always wins, even if it's messy. Instagram stories also featured a number of odd comments and side-eyed pictures. Then the celebrities showed up. A-list celebrities. Reality stars and hip-hop giants all made contributions, some more overtly than others. Many people think that being clever is the same as being cunning, Cardi B tweeted. Until the truth was out, she didn't tag anyone. She was not required to. I hate when folks lie on people who have been nothing but solid. Tamar Braxton wrote in a press release, "You get your karma, baby." In contrast, Tokyo Vanity reproduced Kendra's attorney's comment, which said, "You always want to cancel someone before the full tea spill. Allow it to occur." Reality TV isn't real unless somebody edits it that way, Tommy Roman stated in a questionable tweet. Don't have too much faith in your ability to know the truth, but the industry wasn't just talking, it was reacting. Brands began to back off, internal adjustments unrelated to current headlines. Was the excuse given by the sponsoring firm for the extended delay in Kendra's upcoming hair extension debut? They don't want the smoke, to put it another way. New drops. The enigmatic message was sent by Rasheeda's retail company in the meanwhile. Real ladies. Actual strength. Fans quickly linked Rasheeda's goods to the incident, and they sold out in a couple of hours. The mess behind the scenes was far worse. Several cast members unfollowed the two women. Spice posted a black screen with the words, "People will sell. Your piece for their storyline." Carly Red posted a video of Rasheeda's diss track, complete with a laughing emoji, while Erica Mena deleted any postings that referenced Kendra. The nature of partnerships was clearly evolving. Fans were shocked by a choice made by the network itself. Though, the special promo for the reunion was removed from VH1's website. Sources claim that it is under re-editing due to ongoing legal problems. According to some sources, Rasheeda and Kendra might both receive suspensions for the next season. Depending on how the consequences turn out, the makers are going crazy. Advocates are not participating. Additionally, gossip blogs are consuming. The Shade Room's repost had over 1 million views in only 1 hour. When Hollywood Unlocked published a fresh headline, Rasheeda vindicated. Comments came in, security footage may show she was set up. Meanwhile, TikTok creators and YouTubers turned the dispute into material. There were breakdowns, in-depth studies, and alleged psychic readings about who was truly lying. Fans weren't happy when a parody comedy that made fun of the whole scenario went viral. A commenter said, "This is more serious than a joke. You guys are mocking something that could have ruined a woman's career." But the most unexpected answer? A leaked chat thread. Kendra's team and a major PR company allegedly discussed ways to reframe Kendra's story as misunderstood rather than manipulative. Any suggestions? Emphasize the value of mental well-being. Use the pressures of public life as motivation. Reclaim the story. It was too ordered, too cold, and too calculated. Some people did buy it. THOUGHA, new group of Kendra's fans showed. Up there, one fan theorized that she buckled under pressure. This isn't about acting like you're being attacked. It has to do with how women who feel excluded from the sector are treated. Rasheeda, on the other hand, was not slowing the in-person Q&A. Unfiltered Rasheeda Speaks would be webcast exclusively to members, she said. Fans snatched up virtual tickets in a hurry to hear her speak firsthand about the tragedy. But they weren't just paying to hear her speak. They were hoping for one more leak, one more text. It will need one more voicemail to solve the case entirely. How? About Jock? No word yet. However, his silence gains strength with each passing day. Every admirer wants to know which side he is truly on. What does he have to hide? The internet won't stop until he speaks. Jock is also allegedly concealing something, according to a reliable source on a private rumor website. A big one. And if what they're claiming is true, everything we thought was real is about to be utterly turned upside down. Everyone thought the internet had taken sides and the story had settled into a steady burn. But then it happened. A burner account. No followers. No profile photo. Not a biography. Just one post, a 30-second movie, and in just a few hours, it blew everything apart. The video, which was taken by what looks to be a covert phone camera, shows Jock seated at a restaurant table. He's not alone. On the opposite side is Rasheeda. They are stooping down, talking softly. Then, as plain as day, he says, "If she gets out, she's done. But I said I would protect you." The video concludes, no timestamp, no location, no history. Just those words. In only a few seconds, fans turn from surprised to crazed. She's done. Who is she? Was Kendra involved? Was it before or after the celebration? Did Jock help with the setup? Did Rasheeda constantly use him as bait to get Kendra to come over? The theories were blown up. This means Jock, KNEW, about the setup, a fan tweeted. That leak from the security camera. That was intentional. He wanted Kendra to fail. He gave Rasheeda the weapons to end her. Yet she stayed by his side. This is betrayal on another level. Someone else said .joc's single quotes as silence suddenly becomes suspicious. The internet was filled with videos of previous episodes that showed Jock and Rasheeda standing too near to one another, laughing too much, and staring at one another when Kendra wasn't looking. People began to question whether they had been working together all along. But it didn't stop there. Another voice note was heard. This time was sent to an unnamed friend a week before the altercation and was allegedly from Rasheeda. Her voice was gruff, shaking, and irate. "I'm not worried about the result. I won't let her make fun of me on TV again. Did you watch? I'll make sure she's exposed nonetheless." That was the only thing needed. The hashtag RASHEEDA exposed went viral in a matter of minutes. And once again, people were reacting negatively. Those who had backed her return were now calling her sly, manipulative, and control-obsessed. But then Kendra went live. She didn't wear makeup and seemed exhausted, barely holding herself together. She said, "I didn't want it to get this far, but you should all know that I saw that tape too, and I know how it looks. Yes, I was duped not just by them, but by everyone who said they had my back." Then she delivered the final blow. "I'm looking into other charges." Only fresh evidence was available. And this time, it's not only Rasheeda. There were gasps in the comment area. New charges. Who is it against? She left out the name of JOC. She didn't have to, as that live feed came. To an end, she gazed at the camera for 5 long seconds. "I have nothing to say, just rage, together with sadness." The effects were felt right away. Rasheeda provided a black screen. T. No caption. No response. Jock's Instagram account was deleted. Behind the scenes, the network has also gone into total lockdown. An intensive internal probe has started after lawyers were informed that cast members were told to stay off social media or risk termination. But the most shocking twist, a new email leak, this time from an unnamed executive producer, claims that there is unseen footage that might completely upend the situation. Once more, not even the audience has seen it. What time does it fall? The names that will be finished are Jock, Rasheeda, and Kendra. But which one? That's the question everyone is asking, because this is not where the story ends. This is just the beginning. Now, you've seen it. Not until it was too late did anyone foresee the drama, the deception, and the betrayal. As Kendra, Rasheeda, and Jock have turned reality TV into chaos in real life, we are all watching in real time. But the question remains, who is telling the truth? Who is the real offender? In any case, who is going to lose everything? The video is in front of you. You recognize the vocal notes. You have perused the receipts, but we want to hear from you right away. Is Kendra's breakdown a coincidence, or did she have a purpose? Is Rasheeda merely a victim of deception, or is he the mastermind behind it all? How about Jock? Is he caught in the crossfire, or does he pull the strings from behind the scenes? Please feel free to express your thoughts in the comments area. We're reading every hypothesis, reaction, and dissection. And remember that there is yet more to come. If you are as shocked as we are, hit the like button. Additionally, if you need to know what happens next as soon as it occurs, make sure that notifications are enabled. For the upcoming leak, what's going to happen next? The next betrayal. It might happen at any time. When it does, we'll be the first to break it. This is more than just showmanship. It's a conflict, and that's only the start.